bit how you used to live and then tell them how you live now. Before, I hadn't seen God's markings, and I couldn't find the trail that He had marked. I didn't see it. He said, nobody of our people, not my fathers, not my grandfathers, none of our ancestors had seen this different trail, and so we never walked it. Said we lived angry, hating and killing and being afraid all the time. That's the only way we knew to live. We didn't like living angry and hating, but nobody like you who knew the trail ever came to tell us, so how could we walk this new trail? And then he said, then Steve's father and his friends came. And they wanted to be our friends, but we didn't know it. We thought they too were going to hate us and try to kill us, and being angry, we went and we speared them. But then Steve's father's sister, not hating us because the one who she followed, when he was speared, he didn't hate back. And so she didn't hate us even though we had killed her brother and his father. And she began to show us the markings that show how to walk this new trail. And she said to us, don't you know that you have a Father who has made a house for you to live in? And we said, we've never seen that. How can we find our way to that house? And she said, I will make the markings in your own talk. And seeing those markings, if you follow those markings, you will come to His house, and there you can live happily with Him forever. He said, but even when she was talking about the markings, these are the markings that God sent His Son to mark with His own blood. And he said, but even when she was explaining about these markings, I couldn't see it because my heart, like my sweater, it was dark and I couldn't understand it. How could I see these markings when my heart was dark? He said, but then Waimuni, the Creator, did something special, taking the blood that Jesus spilled for me. It's a very strong blood, like what you foreigners use to clean your clothes. Like that, taking His very strong blood like soap, He cleaned my heart. And then when it became clear, well, then I could see those markings, and I too became a God follower. He says, I have one more thing to say. He said, do you foreigners know, are you God followers, you people? And he says, if you're God followers, don't you know that there are lots of other people like me who haven't seen God's markings? Who's going to tell them? How about you? You have to be careful when you start walking God's trail. Don't you turn aside to your own trail again. Don't do that. You have to walk God's trail, uniformly, always staying just on that trail, and then you be telling the other people to come and walk that trail with you. I was... He didn't pray yet. He was just translating what Ron was saying, and he said, young people, it's true what he says. There are lots of people who haven't heard, and I see it well that you should go and teach them. He said, other people have gone, and they were afraid too. If you're afraid, don't worry. You just go and don't worry about what you're going to eat. God will see to your needs. You just go and speak His name well. Grandfather doesn't do the watch thing, so he doesn't know that we're on a time limit here. So he's very enthused. He's seeing all of you standing up, and he said, "Why are you standing up?" And they said, "These young people are saying, well, won't I go too?" And you've inspired him. He wants you to know that he sees you very well. I pray for that. You do. Come on, money. You want to be able to get out of that. You want to go to that? You want to go to that? You want to come to that? You want to teach them. All the time, you want to teach them. Why for you to learn to get at it when it is already what are they doing? I have put him on them. I need to get a turn. He said, Father Creator, don't you see us here? I don't even know where I am. But you know. We've come a long ways, Baba, and that's my tribal name, Baba and I, and we're here with our brother Ron and all these young people. Well, what are we doing here anyway? We've come to do your thing. And now these young people are saying, yes, I too will go. And I will teach the people who don't know about your carvings. And they are telling, I got it, motivating you to what kind of way. I don't know why I'm looking at it. I'm only hourly, who put a cat like me and put it in. But I'm not 10 years. Here I'm going to get a ticket and money will unpick. Money there for money. He said, Father Creator, how do we know what will happen tomorrow or the next day? We can't say, we're just weak. But who cares if we're weak? You're the king. You're the strong one. If you will be strong for us, then we will go wherever you say, tomorrow and the next day and the next day, any place you send us, and then finally you take us home. heaven. We want to live with you.